Welcome back. We're going to be working on actually building our game now. So first thing we're going to want to do is we want to drop this camera down and be able to walk around in our game. So let's right click or two finger click our camera. Click on camera right there and let's click walk and put the movement speed around that right there. That'll be how fast we move. Second thing we're going to want to do is this is way too big. So if I click play and I look at this, that guy's just huge and the walls are way too large. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bounding box around everything. And to do that, I'm just holding down right click on my mouse or two finger click on your trackpad. And we're just going to click on drag to scale and we're going to pull down and this will make it a lot smaller. And I'm just going to grab that again with my bounding box. I'm going to slide it over here and give myself a little room to build my room, which will be over here. Let's grab our camera and let's put the camera on the ground so it's kind of facing the guy there. Let's click play and yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now that gives us a lot more room to work with as we're building our different rooms. Okay, so let's zoom into here. Now if you remember, if we hold down the space bar, I'm holding down the space bar right now, and I am scrolling in or using my trackpad, it will scroll me into exactly where I want to go. And then now I can kind of rotate around the area I want to build my room in. Okay, so I'm going to create some new walls. So I'm going to take this wall and I'm just going to duplicate it. Now I'm on a MacBook Pro, so to duplicate, you can either do it this way, like right clicking to duplicate, or I can hold down ALT, the Alt button. I don't know, I don't think it works on a Chromebook, but it might. You can try it out. So if you see something just appearing and magically coming out like that, that's because I'm holding down my Alt button. But if not, just use your right click and duplicate. Okay, so let's rotate this piece this way, and I'm just going to move a little bit over. I'm going to slide that in right about there, and I'm just going to kind of use these little red arrows here on the edges to kind of connect the wall pieces together. I'm not going to do a fantastic job of this, just kind of do my best. So I'm just going to duplicate that wall, and this is snapping right here. I don't want snapping right now, so I'm going to turn snapping off. And that's going to make everything move really smoothly on the grid. Okay, same thing here. I'm just going to duplicate that, bring this wall over, and finally I'm going to duplicate this one right here, bring it back, and I'm going to extend this wall out, and just going to connect this corner using this little red arrow to this corner. And of course you don't have to have this checkerboard. It can be any color you like by right-clicking on it, clicking material, really anything. So I don't know, you can make it look gray like a wall. Okay, so let's grab my camera, let's put it inside. Let's click play. Okay, kind of weird. These walls are a little bit low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise these walls up. So to do that, I'm going to click on the wall. I'm just going to extend the walls one by one so they appear a little bit longer and larger. I'm not going to extend it all because you can do that obviously in your maze. So that maybe, yeah, I'll do that one later. And I'm actually going to extend this room out a little bit, make it a little bit larger to give us a little bit more room to move around in. And you can play around with this and do this any way you like. So I'll back this camera up. Let's click play, and there we go, a little bit more like a room. Okay, so now let's rotate our character around. So I'm going to hit R, and I'm going to rotate him this way so he's facing the camera. And then deselect rotation. I'm going to bring him out just a little bit. Now remember, we're creating a story here, so the purpose of these videos that we're creating is not so much behind the story element. That is up to you. However you want to build the story is up to you. These are a lot more of the technical aspect, how to build the code. So if I do add any story elements, it's going to be really quick and very brief. But to create a good story is really important when building a game, and that is something that you should definitely be thinking about when you're constructing these scenes. Okay, to start out, let's make sure. I think he's in, yeah, regular man 2 is already in there. So I'm going to click on code, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building a room with a key in it. And we're going to do that in just a second, so come on back in the second video.